sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Ocean Course at Kiawah Island Golf Resort, live third-round coverage of the Carolina Open. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. His cushion is a full 4 shots as he gets set to tee off. This is turning a little to his left. And that is going to miss the fairway as his opening tee shot is in the rough.
It's okay, not ideal, but manageable from there.
So a missed fairway at 1, now his second. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. And let's bring in Nota Begay, 4-time winner on tour, on this putt for birdie.
And players have an option to take less break by increasing the speed here.
Oh, yes, plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And that's going to move him into red figures for the round and 13 under for the tournament. Frank, looking out onto that marsh, no doubt there are alligators roaming around. So it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run up down that right side, so basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
That one going to be in great shape. So following the birdie at 1, a solid drive here at the second. Now from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
right around 6 feet here for birdie. Yes, can't ask for a better start to a round than this. It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. And he moves to 2 under for his round, 14 under for the tournament. Up next, the 390-yard par 4 third, where you stand on an island-like tee, driving across the marsh to an extremely wide fairway. You have to be precise on your approach here because of the elevated tabletop green. Miss the putting surface, and par is a challenge.
Somehow that ball went through the trees. Actually, it didn't scrub too much speed off it. It's going to be all right.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Frank, a great designer like Pete Dye keeps you on your toes. So after the short third, you come to the long par 4 fourth. This is all you want, especially off the tee. You can let it rip.
You're right. It's a big par 4, that blind tee shot. That's one thing. Those bunkers down the right side. But if you don't find the fairway, irrespective of where that wind's coming from, you start having to zigzag your way around a hole that's nearly 500 yards long. Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
So now with the ball below his feet, got to be careful this doesn't go right. From the rough into the bunker, or the frying pan into the fire. Sometimes mistakes, they just have a way of compounding themselves. Yeah, that'll do just fine. Had a pretty good run at that, and par should be pretty well within reach. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Here we are now at the first par 3 on the course, 207-yard fifth. Massive green will entice you, but be careful. If you're on the wrong part of the putting surface, a 2-putt will be a challenge. Okay, safely aboard. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Yeah, and it's a pretty makeable one. Little bit of break from left to right, really not a lot.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is.
Pete Dye always felt that the best way to play this 6th hole, Frank, was right to left off the tee with the wind coming off your left shoulder. You agree with that? That's the right way to go?
Yeah, I still think you've got to hit it down that left side. One of Pete Dye's sort of genius architectural traits is he forces you to aim what you think is in the right direction. Then when you get down there, you realize it's too far to one side. This looks like you should hit it down the right, but promise me, hit it down the right, you're going to be in the rough.
And that ball going to land in the bunker, but fortunately it doesn't appear to have plugged. Going to have to flight this a long way. His second out of the bunker.
Now that's actually a pretty good shot, really. I know that's not exactly close to the hole, but out of the fairway bunker, safely on deck.
Substantial movement on this putt right to left, and it's from distance, so this one not just about speed, but line as well. You might like this one. You might really like it. Oh my goodness, that is not fair at all. What a putt from that distance. That did everything but go in the hole. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he'll remain at 14 under. The 7th at 579 yards, par 5. Bunker will be on the mind throughout. First, you'll need to avoid one off the tee. Next, you'll need to avoid the long strip that hugs the left side of the fairway on your second. And for good measure, a moat of sand encircles the area left and beyond the green. This one working up the right side. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. That is a marvelous shot. Look at that, Frank. You know, sometimes on a par 5, you're happy to just be home. Maybe 50, 60 feet away, you take your 2 putts and move on. Here, you're thinking about eagle, getting out of there with a 3.
Yeah, just imagine if he can roll this one in. What a well-played hole it will be.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Second par 3 here on the front side. Frank, would you be happy walking off here with a 3, or are you getting a little greedy here?
Hey, always greedy, but in the end, I'd certainly take a 3 more days than most. When you look at this green, just have another look and see the angle of it. The green actually angles to the right at about a 30-degree angle. That's actually what tricks most people out when they misread the wind.
Okay, center of the green. Good shot. Now this for birdie.
Now this will get a little bit of a boost as it gets down the slope, but more importantly, it's going to work its way from left to right.
Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he's going to remain at minus 16. Hole number 9 here at the Ocean Course is a long par 4 at a robust 514 yards. Flat lies, difficult to find anywhere from the rolling fairway to the undulating green. A 4, that's a great way to finish out this front side. He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Okay, good putt there for his par here at the 9th. And he's going to go out in 32, 4 under par. Through 9 holes, good time to take a deep breath and look out at that spectacular panorama, which this tee does allow you to do, Frank, as it sits right atop the sand dune. It's really pretty.
It is, and it's another hole that still goes in that westerly direction. When you look down at this fairway, you have to respect the right side. Right side is a complete nut and no-no. That's where all the big numbers come. So if you're going to err a little on the left side. The hole does open up. Second shot's going to have to be played across the bunker, but this par 4 gets your attention to start the back 9.
This one starting a little bit left.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
So a poor tee shot at 10. Now his second. Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par. With all the elements of his game have been in sync today, a terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll stay right where he is. We arrive here at the 593-yard par 5 11. Off the tee, it is imperative to miss the sand areas on the right side. On the second shot, best to lay up to the right, taking the waist area on the left side out of play. Do that, and you'll have a good chance at a good score. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this Another fine tee shot. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. Almost a great shot, just missed it a fraction to the right of this green here at the par 5.
Yeah, a bit of chip and a putt, still make 4.
This a shade better than 50% on the make percentage. It's for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. He moves to 17 under par.
More fun now from Pete Dye here at the par 4 12. This is the widest fairway on the golf course, but then it is one of the narrowest approaches.
Yeah, it's also the start of 2 very important par 4s here at Kiawah Ridge, because the drive here and 13 has to be spot on. This one has bunkers, but both second shots will have water in play.
Well, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. That is started right, and that is trouble. And that ball not wanting to cooperate, and it is into the hazard. All right, so he'll take his drop, and with a penalty stroke added, that'll become his 4th now to the par 4. Good soft hands. That is nicely done. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Nicely judged, though it's 4-5 here at the par 3. Unfortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. The 13th is a tough one, no two ways about it. Par 4 at 497 yards. That lagoon that came into play near the green on 12, well, it's now a canal that borders the entire length of this 13th. The left side, no bargain either, with 4 deep pot bunkers greeting those. You play a little too conservatively. And you saw that one kick up some sand. It is indeed in the bunker. Need to be careful not to take much, if any, sand here. His second to this par 4. Well, I know I'm paid to talk, but there's not really much to say about that. Best to just move on to the next shot. Frank, it's obvious he caught a flyer right there. Explain what that means.
Well, you have loft, right? The ball's going to take off on the loft. They put grooves on the golf club so you can have nice contact. If those grooves fill up with a little bit of grass, then you have no grooves and you have nothing really to put the extra spin on the golf course. So that is a flight.
Okay, so that one finished off with double bogey. And he's going to drop back to 14 under par. Par 3 14th here at the Ocean Course. Just gorgeous, but it is treacherous. You're exposed to the wind up there on the green, and you might need to hit, I don't know about lumber, but low iron at a minimum, Frank. This is a great hole.
It certainly is. It can play as long as 240 yards, but it's one of those holes, too. If you were aware of the fact that most of the field's going to play it in 3.5 or 4 shots, you would take 3 every single day. Well, I'm going to tell you now, that's exactly what they do on this hole. Don't try and make it 2. Take a 3. You will gain on the field. Listening?
Maybe a spot for the lob wedge, a second to the par 3. Just 5 feet left. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is. On to the 15th, a par 4 at 466 yards. Plenty of room in the fairway off the tee, making this definitely a second shot hole. Because trust me, you do not want to miss left and find yourself in a waste area you need a ladder to get in and out of. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Should be able to spin this if he wants. 96 yards left for his second.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
A look at birdie here at 15.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay right where he is. Final par 5 of the day here at the Ocean Course is the 16th. Frank, this was a pivotal hole down the stretch at the 2021 PGA Championship.
It certainly was reachable in the right conditions, but you look at that fairway, even though it's wide, it's split in 2 sections. The right side is the flat side and the top side. The left side of this fairway, it all runs down to the hill. You've got to be a little lucky, but good looking hole. That green sitting up on the top of the hill as well, with huge sandy area on the left. So if anything, just respect the right side when you're coming into this par 5 green. But remember, you are playing a great par 5. That's an absolute bomb off the tee. And more importantly, right in the middle.
what a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Oh, yes, that was tracking the whole way. What a putt that was. It's down for an eagle. This is another of Pete Dye's toughest holes, the par 3 17. It can get stretched out close to 240 yards in length. It's got a green that's nearly 50 yards in length. It's got water. It's got bunkers. It's got it all. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Okay, that should be inside of 10 feet. Not too bad. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll remain right where he is. Time to get it to the house. Here we are at the par 4 18. Look, championship level golf. Frank, you know this. You contended at the majors. You want a hard-earned par on that final hole. This is every bit of it.
And more, that's for sure, too. When you stand on this tee, it's over 500 yards long as par 4. And to remember the rest of the golf course, you are finishing a round on the longest championship golf course in the history of the game. Yeah, it might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
So he should be able to get a full club on this, but the ball below his feet for his second.
Well, that's a good shot out of the rough. I know the ball's just gone, what, that 10, 15 feet past the flag, but really couldn't afford to miss with the front of the green.
So this for a finishing birdie at 18.
And he's seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
That one just gonna sneak on by. So a tap in there. That's for par at the last. That will be a third straight round in the 60s. So a final look at the leaderboard, and this has just been a runaway so far. Our featured golfer miles in front with 18 left to play.
I'm still scratching my head trying to find the difference between, a featured player and the rest of the field, but it's just better off the tee, better approach shots, better putting, different league.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notah Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.